Welcome back to Inside Wrestling. I'm Wayne Young, and we've kind of lost our audience here. They've all gone off to other things.
Well, they're at the souvenir stand.
They're at the souvenir stand.
Trying to buy some T-shirts.
Concession stand. They're putting a show together backstage. Of course, as you can see, the crowd is starting to filter in at Louisville Gardens. A very exciting night. It's the Night of the Demon. And, Jim, that leads us into the obvious question. A number of the guys on the card here this evening are guys that we can expect to see in the World Wrestling Federation before long.
No doubt about it. It's just a matter of time. You've got guys, like I said, like the NCAA heavyweight wrestling champion from Minnesota this year, Brock Lesnar, who's a tremendous blue chip prospect. Of course, Mark Henry is here trying to retool, trying to find his aggressiveness. And the Big Show is here because of the situation with the Demon Leviathan and the Disciples of Sin. And Big Show also realizes if he's training with these young guys, if he wants to run with the big dogs, he's got to get up off of the porch, and he's going to have an advantage when he goes back to the WWF, because when this invasion comes, and I'm talking about the homegrown guys like the Damager and Iron Man Rob Conway and Flash and Mr. Wrestling Nick Dinsmore, who was awarded a WWF deal after he beat Al Snow at the Rock and Rumble this summer. And we're talking about guys like Slash and Damien, the current Southern Tag Team Champions, and of course the Suicide Blondes, who are a tremendous tag team, in addition to the WWF developmental roster like Slick Robbie D, and of course you've got Shelton Benjamin, who is a tremendous prospect, also from Minnesota, was a teammate of Brock Lesnar's, and the Collector, the 1993 NCAA heavyweight champion, Rico Constantino, an American Gladiators champion. We can go on and on with the fact that these guys have tremendous athletic credentials, and they are going to be in that spot very soon.
What about one of the feature matches tonight, the hardcore match between Black and Trailer Park Trash? You got kind of an added incentive there for Mr. Black.
Well, yeah, you know, if Trailer Park Trash loses, then Trailer Park Trash, who I consider the heart and soul of OVW, is going to have to leave Ohio Valley Wrestling. That's part of the stipulation, pre-match stipulation of the contract. However, if Mr. Black loses, and I sincerely hope that's the case, then Kenny Bolin, my old pal, my old childhood friend, is going to be gone from Ohio Valley Wrestling. And I think it would be a kinder and a gentler OVW if that shyster, that crook, Kenny Bolin wasn't around. He is so crooked. As a matter of fact, if he, you know how you can tell when his lips are moving?
How?
Or how he's lying? When his lips are moving, he's lying.
Oh,
and that's and of course we have, without further ado.
That's about enough. I've heard you run your mouth about enough.
Oh,
You've ran about
I don't
every
think we
star.
have,
You've mentioned every star in Ohio Valley. You haven't mentioned Kenny the King Bolin. Well, you're going to mention him now. And yeah, you've done your damnedest to get me out of Ohio Valley ever since you've come here. You fired me from the broadcasting spot. Yeah,
you know, let me tell you something. You know why I always wanted to get you out of OVW? How long have I known you?
25 years.
25 stinking years. And for 25 years, I've had to be the guy to make excuses for you. I've had to be the guy, every time you piss somebody off, I've had to be the guy to say, oh, Kenny's an okay guy. There's nothing wrong with Kenny. He means well at heart. You know how he got in the wrestling business? I'm going to tell you how he got in the wrestling business. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to tell you something about this guy. He got in the wrestling business by calling Danny Davis up at OVW and saying, you would be doing Jim Cornette a personal favor.
You're damn right he
in the
was.
wrestling business.
And I made Ohio Valley
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'll throw chairs out of the way.
Let me tell you something else. You know what the truth was? The truth was I never told Danny Davis to do nothing because he's been an embarrassment to me ever since I've known him.
That's a damn lie.
You've had 20 different jobs in 25 years.
That's a damn lie.
I'm the one to bail you out.
I'm the one that made you, for crying out loud. I'm the one that gave the Midnight Express the music.
Oh,
You buried me. You buried me for the 17 years you've been in the business. Every time I had a chance to make a name for myself, and you had
Wait a minute.
You never did it.
Wait a minute.
You always said
I gave you. Hold on. Don't pitch nowhere.
I feel terrible.
I gave him $5,000. I gave him $5,000 to bail him out of a mess. The last time he tried some shyster scam.
It's falling apart here.
I wouldn't give it to you.
Apart.
I made you
I
pay
thought
me
that
back,
we
and that's
had
what
Jim
your
Cornette
stinking
scheduled this
problem is.
evening.